So let me start the today's session. So as I have forwarded you the circular regarding the circular, even you could be able to know choice based questions. So in fact, you don't have a or option. You have exceptionally, if you study a complete unit, maybe you can score more than 20 marks into the one unit. So with respect to that, today even I have planned the module 5 is one of the good module that you can study completely, so that you can attend two questions. So let us see. In fact, we are not clear about that format of a question paper, whether I'll get 10 questions out of which you have to write 5, or you have to write 8 out of 8 questions you have to answer 5. We don't know. So when we get it clear, we will see. But as per the consequences what we have got, maybe in the choice based, you will have you have an option to attend two questions, that is 20 marks, 20 marks maybe. So today, so we'll start with one of the important topic called searching, right? It is into the module 5, very important topic. You have come across this topic in your in your first year, that is linear search. So this is one of the way of technique of searching an element, right? So let me start with this. Okay, let me start the topic. The topic is linear search first. So before I go to the book, what is linear search? All right. So there are different types of technique, and there are different ways of searching a technique. Okay. So for example, if I start here, okay. So what is linear search basically? So in this linear search, the important major concept of a search is that, in fact, we have three types of searching given. Basic searchings are linear search and binary search. What is the basic difference between this linear search and binary search? We have to be understand right now. So basically, if you think of an array over here, so you could see there are the number of elements that could be stored in an array, right? So array of size a of 5. Okay, try to understand. So you have certain elements that is being stored into an array. So what are those elements? 3 is one of the element, 5 is an element, 9 is one of the element, 8 and the 16 is an element. So this is the memory that is being stored in an array. Now coming to the concept of linear search, right? Same as if like a simple search. I'm looking for one of the key element in this search, right? So whether you are looking for what is the key element, you have to give key element separately. All of you just concentrate. Very important concept. Okay. Linear search and binary search, I'm going to explain it with respect to a program what we have given in the book, and it is one of the definite question, one of the definite questions that is going to be asked regarding linear search and binary search. Imagine you are looking for a key element called 8, whether 8 is available in this search element. So how do you specify? It is available in one of the sequence, whether a of 0 equals to 8, a of 1 equals to 8, a of 2 equals to 8, then a of 3. See what I'm showing, annotating here. A of 3, no. A of 1, it is not equals to 8. A of 2 not equals to 9. A of 3 is equals to 8. So we will find that a of 3 is equal to 8 when you are finding an element 8. So it is one of the sequence, that is you start from a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3. Still you find an element, right? There is no sequence of ascending or descending. You start from directly from a of 0 in an array regarding an index. Okay. So a of 8 was found in the position called a of 3. So this is called a linear search. Okay. So using the index, we have found this. So index is a of 3. So with respect to the index, we are able to find the position of a linear search. This is regarding a linear search. Okay. So a simple, so how do you write a programming? That is, if x, if the key element x equals to 8, you are scanning the element, That is, from the scanf you enter the element. What is the key element? Right, right. Whether you find this key element in a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. So if you found it, you say that, right, element found. So let me go to the programming part from the book. So linear search, right, with respect to the data structure concept, we have different techniques, right? He has given 3 techniques, that is even hash technique is also there. If I show you exactly what exactly this module consists of, all of you those who are putting the attendance, just concentrate. Thing is that we have majorly module 5 consists of graph sorting and searching. So searching, we have 3 major concept: linear search, binary search, hash search. So if you could see hash search, it is a very simple theoretical topic that has is been given hash. But when you talk about binary and linear search, it is, these are all the direct questions that you are going to be asked. So hash, theoretically they will ask you, they may not ask you the programming, right? What is hash technique? Let us see what is hash technique, right? So here we are not going to do any sort of comparison, right? Unlike the linear and binary. So just now I had explained what is linear search, right? Coming to the programming, what does the linear search does? So as I said, you are looking for 33, whether 33 is available in A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, as such it looks like, right? So you might be asked an algorithm to write a linear search algorithm. Coming to the programming, so enter the, you are going to store the elements. See, you are going to store the elements, 8 elements. Enter the number of elements in the array. You are going to store A of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, till 7 you have stored. Then enter the key element to be searched, 33, whether 33 is available in A of 0, whether it is A of 1. So like that it looks, element 33 stored in the index location 3 in the array A, array of 8. This you have to be printed with respect to the program. So this program you have done in your lab, right, while execution in your C programming. See, major logic is that, right? So enter the elements in the array, you store the elements into the array, right? Fine. Then enter the key element to be searched. K is a key element that is to be searched, and K, right? When you call a index element, what this index element does, you're going to compare index element with the individual value of the array. So he has called a function called linear array. He has passed n comma k. See, what is this linear array n comma k consist of? So linear array, it is the size of array, total size of the array, and the key element. Here key element is copied, num. Key element is copied to the value called num, right? This is the size of the array. So basically if the 5 is the size of array, this is being copied. Complete array elements are being copied, A of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now using a for loop for I equal to 0, I less than this size, right? You're scanning through the num, whether this num is available in array of 0, num is array of 1, array of 2, as such. If it is array of, imagine 33 is available in array of 3, so this is locked I. So when you find it, return I, that is it will return I to the function call. If it is not found, so it will return simply -99, that is unsuccessful search, element not found. So in the case of unsuccessful search, the array will go through individual element through a linear way, right? So this is what the concept of linear search. Even without function also you can write this function, write this program. There is no need to write the function using uh, uh, a function call, right? But he has given you the function call wherein he does the same thing, compares this particular number with the individual array element. When it is found, it returns that particular value, right? Next, coming to the concept of the other concepts, that is a comparison. See, programming analysis, you call a function to return the index linear array. It copies the complete array, n size of the array, k the key element to be found. So you have to remember this loop in order to search. What is the efficiency of the linear search, right? Efficiency of the linear search is when we have less number of element, for example, when we have only 5, 10, that time the time being consumed to search the element is very less. Linear search is not that much suitable when the number of elements are more, because we are going to search from indexing a of 0 to till a of n. If the array elements are more, definitely linear search is not preferable to go ahead for searching. All right. So we have an efficiency of a linear search that is being given. So efficiency of the linear search is calculated by big O of n. So one of the asymptotic notation, right? What are the advantages? Advantages: it is a simple search that is easy to implement. It does not require the list to be sorted. Basic thing is that when you go for a binary search, that is the next concept, we have to go with the sorting. We are going to sort the elements, right? In the case of binary search, whereas in the case of linear search, we are not going to sort it. So as disadvantage is that it is quite inefficient when we have a large size. As I said, when we have a large number of elements, linear search is a inefficient method, right? And also it does not leverage the presence of any pre-existing sorted in the list, right? Let me go to the binary search. What is a binary search? We'll go with the binary search, all of you. Hope all of you have joined. I just message because it is one of the important session that have to be, you have to be careful, because as I said, uh, you could plan better with respect to the module 5. Definitely one question from linear search, binary search, or hash. So my analysis, you may be asked to write a program on binary or linear search, and you have very simple techniques on sorting. In this, maybe you will ask a bubble sort or a insertion or a quick sort. So today we are going to see both linear and binary search. Okay. Hope all of you have joined the session. All right. Now let me go to the what is binary search. So it is also one of the concept. So it is one of the fundamental algorithm in the case of searching. So let us see what is binary search with respect to the one example. So let me define one problem over here. So the problem is, so basic objective in binary search is that first the array element should be sorted. Do you find the sorted elements over here? Yes, you could find the sorted elements over here. Okay. You could see the size of the array is a of 0 to a of 8, 9 elements. The size of the array is 9, and we have stored the elements in ascending order, 2, 6, 13, all. So this is mandatory for binary search, or else binary search will fail, right? So we are going to find the key element x, whether x exists in one of the element, but not in the way of linear search. Linear search, what? One by one, a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. So like that you will search. But in this case, binary search, it is not that. For example, 81 exists in the array of 7. 25 doesn't exist. 21 exists in a of 3. But in linear search, we will find this in going one of the order, that is starting from a of 0, a of 1, irrespective of the whether the elements are sorted or not. But here we have to be very much careful in binary search that either it should be in ascending or either descending. That is linear search. As I'm explaining here, the linear search, we are simply finding way of 0, comparing the given key element with a of 0, a of 1, a of as such. For example, imagine key element is 63. Imagine I am finding the key element 63. So what we'll do in linear search, you continuously go with a of 0 equals to 66, 63, no, as such, right? If you are finding 25, 25 is not available, same as I said in linear search, it will simply come out minus 999, it will return saying that key element not found. So in the function call, we have seen what is linear search, any search. First we will call the array, next size of the array. X is nothing but the key element to be found, and we will use a for loop that is initializing I to 0 to n minus 1. We do compare if a of ix equals to, if we could find the x in a of 0, will return simply a. See what I just explained prior in the case of linear search. But in the case of binary search, what happens, that we have to see. Okay. So in the case of linear search, if the element is key element to be found in the first place, it is a very best case. Why? Because you will find it in a of 0 only. In the case of worst case is that it is available in the last element. Then you have to go for all the indexing element, a of 0, a of 1 till a of n. That is a worst case. So the time taken in the worst case will be the maximum to the number of elements that is being specified in an array. So hence the time complexity is written as OI of n. Why? The question is, if I ask you why it is big of n in the case of linear search, this is not binary. Binary I'm going to explain. So big of n is one of the time complexity to represent the maximum time that is being taken to search the element is called O of n. Okay. So binary search is one of the improvement technique to improve the linear search. Okay. Now let me go to the binary search clearly. Now all of you just understand. So key element to be found is 13. So the approach here is, so instead of comparing x with the first element, we will divide it. We'll divide the array by using a key point called mid. What is mid? So in 0 to 18, a of 4 is a mid. So I'll take mid as a of 4, which equals to 36. So we have a two cases. Case one, whether the key element equals to a of mid, that is exactly a of mid. No, that is whether my key element is exactly the middle element. Case two is whether the key element is x less than a of mid, that is it, whether it falls on the left hand side of the a of mid, or in the case of case 3, whether my key element falls on the right hand side of the a of mid. There are three cases. Only three cases we are going to define. Since the array is sorted, the case is going to work for the different three cases. Hence, in binary search, strictly the elements are to be sorted. Whether 13 found in a of mid, no. If a of 13 is less than x is less than a of mid, yes, then you have to search on the left hand portion of the array. If it is greater than a of mid, then you have to find the element on the right hand side of the key element. Right hand side of an array. First, we would compare whether 13 equals to a of mid. What is a of mid? Is 36. So 13 is not equals to 36. Hence, the case one is not going to work. Then we do compare whether key element is greater than a of mid. No, again, we are not going to find in the right hand side. We see that case 2, 13 is less than a of mid, hence we are going to find it in the left hand portion. So we are going to compare only with the 4 elements on the left hand portion, that is whether our start will be a of 0, end will be, we are going to fix this a of and at a of 3. That is, we are going to fix this end at the position called a of 3. See, this we are going to fix up it. So as annotate, so we are going to fix it up at the a of end. Start will be a of 0, end will be a of 3. So this procedure is being followed first by calculating the mid, then stretching to compare whether x equals to a of mid, which case it will fall. Based on the case, we'll fix up the start and the end. So this is one of the case. Again, we are going to apply the same, right? Whether a of 0 1 2 3, we are going to find the mid of a of 0 1 2 3, so it will be 1. Whether we again repeat the same process, whether a of mid equals to the 13, no. Then whether it is less than a of mid, no. It is greater than, yes, it is greater than. So my comparison is with respect to the 13 and 21. My start will be fixed to a of 2, end will retain the same. Again, you apply the same binary search. What is that? Middle, find the middle element. When you find the middle element, as per the, it is an integer, right? A of, again it will find the middle element in 12 only. So whether a of mid equals to key element, yes we found, yes we have found the key number 13. That means, so we are using a loop, while loop, within which we do follow the procedure same. First divide it, a of mid, if we find it, well and good, or else left, right. Again on the left hand side, you apply the mid position. Again you find the three cases, right? Till until you find it, you are going to go with the binary search. Hence binary search is being called with binary search complete array, size of array, and the key element. So initialize, we'll start to 0 to n minus 1, right? While start equals to 0 to n minus 1. So we are going to write a condition. As I said, we are going to use a while loop. While loop, start less than or equals to, it is compulsory less than or equals to end. You could definitely, you need to calculate the mid position. What is mid position? Mid equals to, right? This is an algorithm we are going to write. Start plus end divided by 2 to find mid. So you find the mid. Then you compare whether a of mid equals to the key element, that is x that is being passed. Yes, then you will return mid, because you, in the first attempt itself, you have find the mid position. Else if you compare whether x is less than a of mid, yes. If it is yes, again, so you are going to fix up your start and end. That is, start remains the same, end will be end minus mid minus 1. Else what happens? You, else if x is greater than a of mid, again you are going to fix up your start. Start equals to mid plus 1. Is it or not? That is, say once again, start equals to mid plus 1. So this algorithm, since it is a while loop, it is going to repeat until start is less than or equals to end, right? So finally, if you are not able to find through any one of the three cases, simply return -1, right? Why do we use while condition here? So in fact, we are go on reducing the search space over here. Okay. So now let me go to the program of a binary search. So here you could see binary search. So as I said, first we are going to find the middle element is compared with the element. So three cases we have. So if we could see the program, you have a function call, all of you, you have a function call by the name called, see here, binary, where you completely copy the array. Okay, you completely copy the array, then your size is being copied, then key element to be searched. When you find a key element to be searched, what happens? Well, while I less than equals to j, what is I less than equal to j? So while start less than equals to end, this is compulsorily equals you have to put, you find the mid element. What is mid element? I plus j divided by 2. Then you compare whether a of array of k is equals to the key element. Yes, if you found, simply you return the value. That is, in the first attempt itself you found. Else if, what you will do, you will find on the left part, when array of k is less than num, you find in the left part. To fix up in the left part, start and what is that? you are going to fix it up, no? So I is the start, I is the start. So on the right hand side means you are going to fix up my start as a mid plus 1, or else on the left hand part, in the case of left hand part, you are going to fix up your end, that is end equals to mid minus 1, right? Same what I explained just now with respect to the algorithm, you are going to find it. But remember, this while loop will repeat however the number of times you find this position of array A of 8 equals to the key element. Hope able to understand, right? See, in fact, the output you may not be able to analyze. See, enter the 8 elements, you entered it, enter the element to be searched, 21, and 21 is stored in directly your, but how exactly this part of this algorithm is going to work, that is one of the major strategy here to be understood. I don't know how many people have followed this in your basic first sem when you have done this binary search. It is a very interesting. Complete array is being copied, size of the array is being validated, then the key element to be found is copied, then you do compare whether start equals to, you are going to do this until you find the element, find the middle element. So you complete, instead of mid we have taken k, a array of mid equals to num, successful search. It will definitely will search the element here only until you find as a of mid, right? As I said, first if you have an array, as I said, so first it will divide as a mid, this mid. Based on this criteria, it will validate it whether ARF is found in middle element. If yes, it will return, or else what it will do, it will search in this part, left part, to fix up on this left part. This is start and this is my end, no? So end will be validated as when it is that, if the first, imagine that all these elements are in sorted order. All these elements are in sorted order. So when the key element sorted means ascending, right? So if the element is less than A of mid, you will find this element in this area. If the element to be found is greater than A of mid, you are going to find this in this area, right? So when you find this in this region, so start will be the same, end will be mid minus 1. So that is what he has explained here. In this area, if you're looking for, end will be the same, start will be mid plus 1. So that is what we are going to fix up, and you're going to repeat again until unless, so new start, new end, whether start less than equals to end, yes. So again find the middle element here in this element. If you are going to find the on the left hand side, find the middle element. If you are going to find the element, return middle element, or else again left or right of this area, right? Again it left, again you find. So it is same as if, like, if this is a complete array, so first you divide it in this area, you are going to find by fixing up the start and end. Again you are dividing this, so in this area you are going to fix. Again you are dividing on, if you are going on left hand side, this is one of the case, or else on the right hand side. Once you come on the right hand side, it goes on dividing this particular right hand side, left, right. Again if it is this, again you are going to divide. So it is same as if like dividing and finding in the middle position of the array. Hope all of you have understood the concept of linear and search. So I'm going to give one of the questions for you to write a program on linear search and binary search. So basically you have to remember this you know um, function call. So in this case you may not be asked a direct write a program for a binary search. You may be asked to write an algorithm. The writing algorithm is easy. So as I said, it is not intact, you have to write. Thing is that basic concept you have to write, that is you find the mid position, then you do compare the mid position every time. And when you do, that is go to the step 8. When you do, if the array of k, that is see array of k is less than num, go to step 8, else you go to the step 9. Again you perform the same thing until you find the element. Okay, so hopefully you have understood concept. So try to go through this concept. So as I said, you have a choice based questions this time. So you are maybe you have to utilize this opportunity. Today I did linear search and binary search. I will forward you the link of the video. Try to go through the video. Still if you have not understood, go to the program and try to make sure that you don't lose the marks, especially in the case of linear search and binary search. These are all the very easy programs that you have, right? So these are the key elements, and the efficiency of a binary search in the case of best case, we will see that, right, in the next session, coming to the hashing. So Tuesday session again, I'm going to do the sorting techniques. Okay, what is selection sort? So as you know, in this case, bubble, you know it, and moreover I'm sure that you have gone through linear and binary when you have studied your first semester. But though if you have not studied, this is one of the different way with respect to the other features such as time complexity, what is advantages and disadvantages. You have to remember what is the best case, what is the worst case. Why it is best case O of n, why it has gained O of n? Because in the best case is that first attempt itself is A of med equals to the key element, you have done with that. So in the first attempt itself you can find the element. So in the worst case you have a calculations to find, that is O of logarithm of n. So similarly in the case of linear search, so you have seen what is worst case and the best case, right? So efficiency program is that, what is the efficiency of the linear search? At the worst case you may find it the element at the last. Okay, so hope all of you have understood, right? I request you to give the attendance in the chat session, those who have not given. So request you to give the attendance, those who have not given on the chat session, and also try to go through the concepts of linear and binary, please. And you convey have you not understood, I definitely need direct communication from your part regarding this topic, that is linear search, binary search and sorting, because these are all the one of the easiest topic compared to stacks, double linked list, circular queues and all. These are all the easiest you have, because they are using only the concept of array, nothing else, right? So please go through the concepts and reply me any doubts regarding the concepts of linear search and binary search. So let me stop the sessions, today's session. So if you have doubts, you can chat regarding linear and binary search, or else you can leave the session for the day.